everybody. Today we're going to talk about conflict. We're all very familiar with the concept of conflict, but sometimes it's a little difficult to find it in a piece of text. So you have to look carefully because it's not always very obvious. So stay tuned. Hey everybody, how are y'all doing today?
Miss Ligh, we're doing great. I'm actually here with my friend Rita to see if she can help my other friend Tull, because he doesn't quite understand how conflict is developed in a story.
That is a great idea, Pete. Rita is definitely an expert on the subject of conflict. That would be wonderful, Rita. Do you mind?
Oh, I don't mind. I'm happy to help in any way that I can. Just send him on over.
Rita, and thank you too, Pete, for taking initiative.
Hey guys, my name is Tull, and I'm here with Rita. Rita is going to talk to us a little bit about conflict.
I know a lot about conflict. I seem to have it follow me everywhere I go. Like, for instance, these two fellas sitting up here on the bar giving me a hard time. What do you want to know about conflict?
Well, my teacher said that there were different types of conflict in a book. And I don't really understand what the different types of conflict are. Can you explain them to me?
Of conflict is inner conflict. This is when you're struggling with something like, should I or shouldn't I fight these boys who are sitting on the bar? Then another type of conflict is man against man, which is what would happen if I actually started fighting with these boys up here on the bar. Does that help?
So, are those the only types of conflict? Because I was reading this book the other day and I didn't see those two types of conflict.
No, there are so many other ways. For instance, there is man against nature. So, for instance, if there was a story about a hurricane that was destroying the world, that might be man against nature. There's also man against society, where society is treating you a certain way and they're not necessarily right. And you know that you are being treated that way because of the way the society feels. And there's also man against machine. And this happens even more these days with all of our technology that we have. So, Tull, do you feel like you understand conflict in literature now?
Yeah, I just don't get the big deal though. Why does the teacher want us to be able to explain the types of conflict?
Well, that's a good question. Here's what I want you to think about though. If you can't spot the different types of conflict, you could miss out on some pretty important things in a book or a story. The conflict is the central part of the book. From the conflict stems so many other things.
Yeah, the theme of the story usually ties into the conflict that's going on. So you have to understand when conflict is happening in a book so that you're able to determine the message or the lesson the author wants you to learn.
Okay, guys, I think I get it, even though it's a little confusing sometimes. I understand why I need to recognize the conflict. Thanks for helping me, everybody.
You're welcome, Tull. My pleasure.
Guys, recess is over. We got to get back to it. Let's go in.